As y'all can tell, I'm trying to record outside because I really like this backdrop for our patio. It's also a comfortable place for me to be able to talk freely. I can't really tell how the audio is going to play out. Welcome into the video. We don't have a microphone today. We don't have a lot of the equipment that we're gonna need throughout this process, but we're just gonna start recording, get started, and try to hit the ground running. Today is May 28th, 2025, and we are starting the 75 Hard program. It's my first day of 75 Hard. I haven't really done anything or proven anything, and I don't expect that the first week or two of this is gonna be as fruitful as the next 5 or 6 or 7. I do want to talk about the parameters around 75 Hard. Here are the rules that I set out for myself that were inspired by, insert this person's name here, I can't remember, Andrew something, and his wife Emily. 2 videos that I started with were Emily's Q&A and Andrew's like an hour-and-a-half podcast about the impact of 75 Hard. So credit where credit is due. 75 Hard was intended to be a mental challenge. It was intended to be, I think he called it the Iron Man for the brain. So here are the rules for 75 Hard that I'm going to follow. The first part about 75 Hard is having 2 45-minute workouts in a single day. These 2 45-minute workouts need to be at least 3 hours apart. Second parameter is a gallon of water. That one, honestly, not as tough. I'm not as worried about that one. The next step that I have to do to make sure that I have 75 Hard completed is to read 10 pages of a book, and that's a pretty simple one that doesn't stray too far from the foundation. I have a pretty solid bookshelf already. I think I know which book I'm going to start with, but I'll talk more about that in the next day. Second to last rule, this one is really easy for me. It's the diet. I kind of eat pretty clean already. I tend to be a conscientious eater, if that's the right word. My partner is vegetarian, and so she don't eat any meat, and she hasn't for years. Since 2024, I've not had any red meat, so no beef or pork. I really don't miss it. It's May of 2025, almost June now. The hard part will be the chicken. The chicken's gonna be tough. Grilled chicken, fried chicken, chicken nuggets, chicken as a main source of protein, chicken and pasta. All of that was a pretty routine part of my diet. The very last parameter, and the one that I really fine-tuned the most for the 75 Hard challenge, was being able to take a daily progress video or photo. I'm trying to get on YouTube and really make sure that I'm recording this journey. I'm trying to make sure that I have a video journal that is high quality, that is authentic, that is something that I can look back on and be proud of. And that's going to be my main focus for doing the 75 Hard challenge. You now know the parameters. The 5 rules that we went through were 2 45-minute workouts, 1 gallon of water, 10 pages of a book, a progress video or photo, and sticking to a diet with no alcohol and no cheating meals. I'm feeling good about it. I don't have any worries at the moment. Hopefully I'll get it all down on camera so y'all can see it with me. Hey everyone, welcome into the video. This is day 2 of 75 Hard, and I want to make sure I get my daily recording going in. I'm not really doing this for the progress physically. The fitness side of this is not really why I'm doing it. Really, it's just because I've been having trouble committing to things and following through on my word, and I want to make sure that while I'm recording this video journal, I'm able to commit to what I said I was going to do. All these different projects that I'm filming, the goal is to be able to post on YouTube, gain a following, build a community, and find a creative outlet for myself that's going to be productive and possibly produce some income at some point. I'm not super comfortable with it, not really feeling talking on camera, but I told myself I would get this video done today so I can just check it off on my list. I do think the mental part of this challenge is the purpose, is the core. You really have to plan ahead. You have to manage your time really well. You have to make sure that you're not skipping any steps for yourself, or in this situation, for the purpose of the content that I'm sharing. I don't know, hopefully you'll see some differences and some growth with the videos as we go along. The mental challenge of this is going to be very fulfilling. It's going to be very rewarding, but it is kind of hard to grasp that today. I think on day 2, it just feels like I haven't really done shit yet. The last thing I want to talk about today is related to the mental aspect as well of getting up early, managing your time, writing everything down, taking these progress photos, it's a little intimidating. Fear of failure is definitely present today. I'm very worried about doing all this work and putting all the energy into this product and not only failing, but succeeding and getting done with the 75 hard and then starting to edit these videos and putting content together, and then it goes nowhere. But I was inspired a little bit yesterday. I've been getting into some pretty deep YouTube binges. So you have to do that creative process yourself. You have to really get out there and explore. You have to do the work to be able to understand what's going to benefit you and what things might make it better. So I'm out here. I'm trying to do the work. This 75 hard program is going to give me 75 videos, anywhere from 2 minutes to 15 minutes every single day. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be awesome to see how this digital library goes from a compilation of 75 hard progress videos to a YouTube channel and a page that's going to be really dope. I guess I'm going to try to record inside today and see if it makes a difference. I really like doing it outside. I want to make sure I have a consistent background throughout these videos, but I guess for this one time, I'm just going to record inside and see if this works a little bit better. We are doing the 75 hard challenge, and today is day 3. These videos for the rest of the week 1 are going to be about one of the 5 parameters that I just laid out for the 75 hard challenge. And today I'm going to be talking about these 2 45-minute workouts because it's pretty shitty. One of the 45-minute workouts has to be outside. Both 45-minute workouts must be a continuous 45-minute activity. And even though walking outside counts, I will say there's a couple things to keep in mind about how you're going about these walks and what other factors might weigh into your decision on exactly what type of workout you're going to want to do. I listened to Andy and Emily's 2 different podcast episodes on the 75 hard challenge. Both of them state that an outdoor walk counts, but that these 2 workouts have to be at least a few hours apart. And I will say the hardest part so far in just the 72 hours that I've been doing it is the time management, for sure. I'm someone that it has no problem getting up early. I'll go get up at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. for the hoop runs in the morning. I'll get up super early to go into work, but I'm also someone who likes to stay up late at night. This has been a little bit of a struggle. I'm having to go to bed earlier, trying to be in bed by 9 and be asleep before 10 has been tough for me. I'm normally good running off of 4.5, 5, 6 hours of sleep. But when it comes to working out this much and really making sure that I'm focusing on the other factors of 75 hard as well, I'm really trying to shoot for 7 to 8 hours. And Nova and I, Supernova, our puppy, went out for a 45-minute walk this morning. Got it checked off my list. Now it's hot as Hades outside, but I get the opportunity to do my 45-minute workout right indoors downstairs. And that's another thing, money and time privilege. One of the ways that can be really apparent is in these 45-minute workouts. It's not easy for everyone to set that kind of stuff up. And we have an apartment gym right downstairs. We live on the 3rd floor and it's right below us. So getting on the 2 flights of steps down and opening the door into a gym with all this really nice equipment is a huge privilege. And it makes this 45-minute workout a lot easier. I also work at a yoga studio. I've been doing hot yoga for the last 4 years. Yoga doesn't feel like a workout for me. That's just something I'm doing 4 to 5 times a week anyway, but it's also an inherent privilege in the fact that I get free yoga as often as I want since I work the front desk. For some people, their comfort level is not, their comfort zone does not include lifting heavy weights. Your comfort zone may not include yoga. Your comfort zone may not include HIIT classes with other people around that might be intimidating. You may be going on your own journey and you want to walk that path by yourself. You don't necessarily want to have a crowd of people around you, and I completely understand that. In my own life, outside of 75 hard, being able to incorporate a triangle of fitness has been really important for me. It's really a 60-30-10 split. Right, 60% of the time my workouts during the week are hooping, then 30% of the time is yoga, and 10% of the time is lifting weights. And even then, there's some seasons where that drops to like 5 or 3%. This journey of 75 hard is not a fitness journey for me. I'm not trying to accomplish a specific body type. I'm not trying to put on weight. I'm not trying to maximize my protein, but I do want to make sure that I'm not losing weight. And for some people, it's a little bit harder to relate, but for me, with a fast metabolism, I'm very self-conscious. I'm very insecure about the super skinny figure, like the tall, scrawny dude. And I've never wanted to be that. I don't ever want to be that again. I was that for the majority of my life. And so this 75 hard challenge, I'm a little worried. One, because my diet is vegetarian, already noticing that it's going to be pretty hard to keep the weight on that I try really hard to do. So, and I'm also recovering from an injury. I had a glute strain for the last few weeks, so I haven't even played pickup basketball since mid-April. It is now May 30th. If you're following along with me, hopefully you're finding ways to get creative with those 2 workouts. For me, sticking with that trio of fitness, basketball, yoga, and lifting weights is probably going to do it for me. Maybe a couple times I'll do hot yoga outside, because living in the desert in the middle of July, when I'm going to be continuing with my 75 hard, the heart of it, that outdoor workout is going to be just as good as getting to a hot yoga studio. And I think in a few weeks, I'll be able to look back on this video and think about what worked, what didn't, and hopefully not have any failures come out of that. So that's the breakdown of the 45-minute workouts for 75 hard. It is day 4 of the 75 hard challenge. As part of my 75 hard program, I am following a vegetarian diet. That's my strict diet that I'm doing for the next 75 days. Since the beginning of 2025, I've given up red meat, so no beef and no pork. I don't eat a lot of turkey. I never ate seafood. Chicken was the main way I got a lot of protein in. I definitely had a nice fried chicken sandwich, and it was actually some fried chicken and biscuits in New York City the day before I started my 75 hard program. But now I'm back here, and vegetarian isn't going to be too bad, I don't think. My partner Elena is vegetarian. She hasn't had meat in years. The way that we grocery shop, which is a separate video I'm going to do for y'all, the way that we be cooking food, I always have vegetarian options available. We're really conscientious eaters, so we're not too strict, but we don't have a lot of processed food in the house. Basically, the least amount of ingredients possible on the back of everything that we get is kind of what we strive for. If we can't pronounce the ingredients, we try not to get it, try to make stuff from scratch as much as possible. But we definitely eat out too. We're foodies. We definitely get takeout all the time. We go to restaurants, go to breweries and stuff like that. I think the strictest way I could find a diet that works for me without too much math and counting was going to be a vegetarian diet. A lot of people go into 75 hard for the fitness change. They want to see the progress of losing weight, gaining abs, or whatever their fitness goals are. And for me, that's not really why I'm in it. I felt like I was in solid shape and at a solid weight before I started, and I've maintained that for a few years now. But I've also been able to be really strict about the type of food that I put into my body and be more conscientious of exactly what type of stuff I'm eating and where it comes from, trying to get stuff from farm to table, which means as close to the source as possible. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that. Being able to show y'all a couple of different routes and some of the different prices on how we're eating and maneuvering through a grocery store every week will definitely be helpful. Today is day 5 of our 75 hard challenge. By telling myself I'm gonna do a daily video along with my daily progress photo for the 75 hard challenge, I'm really pushing myself to my creative limits and getting out of my comfort zone to build this YouTube page. As y'all can tell, I'm trying to record outside. It's also a comfortable place for me to be able to talk freely and kind of get some thoughts out between just me and the camera. I bought this wireless microphone off of Amazon that works really well, but I'm still learning how to be technologically savvy with the camera. And so even now, almost a minute, 2 minutes into the video, I can't really tell how the audio is going to play out. This is really on me to be able to grow with my camera skills and try to get better and better. It's something that's been a struggle for me. I'm not really sure how I'm going to promote it. I'm not sure how it's going to look at the beginning, but the motivation for me is going to these YouTubers who have thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of followers, and trying to go to their oldest video on their page. When you look up some of these YouTube pages and you think, how did they get to where they are? Going to their oldest video and seeing some of the topics they talked about, seeing the editing style, or even seeing some of the ways that they're super uncomfortable on camera, not making eye contact the right way, because I can't figure out how to do that either. It just goes to show how much growth can really happen by producing the content and just getting it out there and posting to your channel. And some of you all are in the same position as me, where you're just not feeling the most confident with the microphone. You're not feeling like you look great on camera. You don't feel like people are going to give a shit about what you're talking about. Really, at the end of the day, you just got to get your first 100 videos out there. I don't feel that roadblock, that obstacle as much with the 75 hard challenge. I feel pretty confident that as long as I stick to a schedule and I'm disciplined, I'm going to be able to get the results that I want. where it really comes in for me, where the pressure kicks in, is with this YouTube page, man. I'm not sure if the videos are going to come out the way that I imagine. I don't know how to promote them. I don't know how to edit them. I don't know how to write scripts. I don't know how to film for the right angles. But who knows, man? I mean, there are people who just find engaging ways to talk to people, who just set up their phone in their car, record, post, and get millions of views somehow. There are people who go to the gym and show off their bodies and show off their workout routines, but aren't really as conversational as I am. I feel like they don't necessarily have the same personality traits and are still able to get an audience to build a community online. And so there's a niche out there for everyone, man. And I'm gonna try to find mine. It's just gonna take some time. Maybe this page or this journey will take me on a different creative path that I can't even see right now. But at the end of the day, I just got to do the work. I got to put the time in to be able to record. I really didn't want to do this right now, but I took the time to say, before I lay down and chill, I'm going to get this daily video done. The daily video is definitely the hardest one. It's the easiest one to procrastinate, and I just have to be able to stay on top of it. I'm only in day 5, and I want to make sure that in weeks 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and onward, I'm prioritizing the most uncomfortable parts of that day to get done first. I want to make sure that the hardest things for me to do are the first things that I address when I have the time to do so. If that advice resonates with you, I think prioritizing the stuff that you don't want to do is going to help you cross items off of your checklist and really make sure that you're making the most of your time, because the time management part of 75 Hard is just as intense, it's just as stressful as trying to lift the weights that you want to lift or lose the weight that you want to shred from your body. If you're sticking around to see the end goals and to see the improvement, I appreciate that. Much more to come in the future. Deuces. Hey everyone, this is Future Jordan. Maybe you didn't see a day 6 or 7 on this video, and that's because I did not make it that far. It's week 00 for a reason. Had to start over, didn't get an opportunity to finish strong or at all. Pretty embarrassing, but just wanted to let you know I didn't forget to cover the 10 pages. I did not forget to cover the drinking water or the no alcohol requirements to 75 Hard. Those were a couple of things that we'll touch on in next week's video. Stick around, stay in the playlist, and let me know what you think of the upcoming weeks of my 75 Hard video challenge.